Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas, and it's another hot day and a good day to stay inside and do some creating, right? So today we're going to do an alternative to the paper pumpkin kit. I'll show you what we've already done, and then we're going to make a fun fold today, all right? So let's go down the hands and let's do it. It's Friday, it's the weekend, it's time to relax and everything, right? So here's what we've already done. So we made this one last week, right? You sit and put Ghirardelli chocolate in this, squares. And this was just a nice fun fold that we had created to go with it, right? So if you wanted to see it, videos are out there previously. And then we had this one as well too, from Mother's Day, right? Okay, so today we're going to do another fold, but it's just going to be done just a little bit differently, okay? So here is, this is a 4 1/4 by 11, and let's see where we scored this at. We scored this at 2 1/4. Let me write that down for you. Let's see here. I see a Winnie the Pooh post-it note thingy here. So let's see if you can see this. Yep. All right. So we scored it. This is a 4. Let's see if it writes. Okay. Let me get another pen. Easier. All right, 4 1/4 by 11, and we scored it here on the long side at 2 1/4, and I already know the other one's at 7 1/2 because I remember that one. Okay, so this is your 2 1/4. This is your 7 1/2. All right, so this is some. We're gonna use some leftover pieces from last time, and let me go ahead and get this up right here because I was just gonna show you. Anytime you don't know how to line your, just find a straight line to line it up. I don't ever let that bother me, but you know, for some, you know, when you're new and you haven't been doing it in a while, right? You need a little guidance. Let me put that aside because we're not going to use it just yet. So yes, we do have construction going on in our house, so you might hear other things, but that's okay. So this is actually leftover from when we did our last, right? And we cut up some. And I actually took out another scrap piece here too. So we're going to put this down right here. And actually, I'm going to sit there and get this as close to the edge as I can. Because originally, I thought it was going to do something a little bit different. And it didn't work out the way I was thinking. And it's like, well, it's because trying to make a rocket science out of something that was really simple. So, there you go. So that's what's left over as a result. You see that was in the process of doing something and it didn't work out. So all I'm going to do is come up here. I'm just going to line this up on the edges right here. Okay, just like that. And we're going to put it down just like that. See, that's going to be our top flap. And I'm hoping we're going to have a butterfly that'll hold that down. We're going to find out in a minute. And this one here is, again, this is just a leftover piece. This is 4 inches by 3 1/4. All right. Alright, so that's the other piece. We normally call this DSP, but the thing is, this isn't DSP. This is actually cardstock we took from the kit. This is just leftover. You know, we took a card and we cut it up and so that we could use it for the way we wanted to use it to make our alternatives, right? So, there you go. So that's why I always take use the leftovers because we can use leftovers. Because I've got another leftover piece or two we're going to still use. And I'm looking for, got a lot of shadow going on here. Get this down right here. Alright, and it's going to be just like that. Now, that's not all. Alright, so I set it there and cut out some butterflies. These are actually, we actually even have some that are already butterflies that you can get. But I just went and get this out of the beautiful butterflies here. And I went and I did, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got, I think, at least 5. And we're just going to spread them up here, okay? So I figured we could just come along just like this, right? Because we'll start seeing more and more butterflies as we see more and more of the stuff growing that the butterflies need as food, right? So I figured we would just take our butterflies up just like this, okay? And we'll put them down. We're just going to sort of piece them there for the moment because I want to get our words up here. Well, okay, I wasn't going to piece them there for the moment. Anyway, you get the idea, right? Let me go ahead and get this stamped here, the tag. Thinking of you. And we'll go ahead and get it positioned on top here. Right? I don't know about you guys, but we're still under a heat advisory. At least it's not like it was yesterday. It was just a limited time today. More this evening into the evening. But the daytime yesterday was just, it was hot. Last couple of days have been really hot. There you go. All right. So we're going to put this on dimensionals up here. Now I could just as easily, if I wanted to, I could have put it like right here and used it as a way to sit up there. Let's go ahead and do that. That wasn't how I was planning on doing it, but let's go ahead and do that. You know, it's one of those things, if I change my mind, I reserve the right always to go back and move it and do something different. I don't know about you, but sometimes, right, stuff sits on the counter or on the wherever, right, where I've set it. And so I may look at it a couple of days and say, you know what, I really want something different. And I'll do it right there. Just trying to make sure that wherever I put these, right, that's going to be right below it, because that's key to it. So this is just a quick way, right, if you want to sit there and make a card and have it sort of hold the flap down, right? Then you're just going to take a sentiment or something like that along those lines, right? And put it right along there. I'm trying to see if I can see there completely. Get it straight. Okay, so you think of you. And so you just want it enough so that you can take it and flip it open like that, right? So there you go. Let's see who we got here. Hello, good afternoon, Bertner. I'm hoping you're having cooler weather than us. It is a hot day here. Okay, so I'm going to say a hot mess. It could be a hot mess, but... Alright, I'm going to tuck this back under. There we go. Alright, so let's add some butterflies here. So with butterflies, we can add them either with a glue dot or glue. I'm just going to start off with a glue dot. And then if I'm happy with what I do, I can always come back later and glue them down, right? Main thing is, again, where you want them. I think they're just nice and pretty, right? I can envision that I could either leave them like this, which are nice, delicate, and soft, right? Or I could sit there and put a gold body in the middle, right? It's in the 70s. Oh, that sounds very nice. Yeah, we won't get into the 70s. We might get into the 70s tonight at nighttime when the sun's down. Maybe at 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh. It is interesting how the weather is throughout the United States. Alright, we're just going to keep on putting these around. This is just an easy way, right? Sometimes we think we got to make rocket science out of things, and we really don't. We really, really don't. And I'm just going to put one right here. Well, actually, let's get it going up here first, right? Because I really want at least to have one up here. First, I was thinking maybe I'd put a gold body up here, but I'm not sure that I would. Now, originally, I thought I could get 5 butterflies here. And I could, right? So I'd have to move this one a little bit. Right? Now it's in the 80s. That sounds very nice. I sort of want to be at the beach right about now. Even the beach would be warm, but at least, you know, I could hear the ocean, and I could sit there and feel the sand and water on my feet. So right now I get to just dream it. It'll be here soon enough. We'll be able to go in the summer. And I'm just going to put one here. And then we're going to put one more. So I do know that I have one more. Let me see if I buried it. It looks like I buried it. Okay. Well, if I buried it, then that's fine. I'll find it and add it. Everything's white, right? So when everything's white, it's like, seriously? Seriously. Okay. So yes. All right, then let's go ahead and do the inside. We can add another one right up there. I think they're just nice and delicate, right? In fact, I know I have a, oh, I know what I did. I put them in here. I said, so what did I do with the butter? How can you lose butterflies? So I put them in here, right? Okay, here we go. I knew it's like I had more butterflies. All right, here we go. Now I'm just going to put this right up here. I just want it to be delicate, right? This is just pretty, delicate, soft. Right? I noticed I saw somebody from up in, I know she's up in North Minnesota. She has all kind of stuff blooming, everything right now. right? So that's like, yes. All right, so I'm just gonna have my butterflies going around like right there. Then I'm gonna open it up. And on the inside, we're gonna put this down here. This is just, I had to size it down just a little bit, right? Because the actual size of this here is 5 1/4 in height. So I just take this and this, so then this is a 5, and then I took this down to 4. So it's a 5 by 4. So we're just gonna put this in here. Like this. And then I have these extra strips. So I already know this is going to be 4 inches. I think I want the green one the best. Ooh, I like it. So, but since I've got the pink and the green, right, I at least wanted some green in there. I'm going to do at least this one here. Right? Oop. When it's pretty paper, right, we want to use every bit of it. When we're sort of iffy, like, oh, okay, then we're very willing to just let something go. But I'm just not going to let that go. I'm going to put this right down here at the bottom. It actually is 4 inches, so I don't have to do anything there other than just put some adhesive on it. And I'm not going to like that because this is really thin. So actually I could have used that. I just need to have my silicone mat underneath so it would stick to a silicone mat versus me getting it all over my glass mat here that I'm working on. Yes, okay, good. I was just making sure that glare from the light wasn't bothering everybody. And I just sort of put this on the same way that I put it on the front there, right? And so the pink is on the side, and there we go. And then you can write your sentiment. So one thing I like about doing Thinking of You, somebody was laughed the other day because I sent them a Thinking of You card, and they thought it was just going to be like, thinking of you, what was their birthday? So I told them happy birthday on the inside, did all kind of birthday stuff. So they were pleasantly surprised. So it's just going to fold down right in here. So you're going to have to make sure it goes under the words, right? And let's see. It's there. There we go. There you go. Now we could add some bling. I don't have, this kit did not come with bling. So I know I don't have any stash hanging around because it didn't, but what I always have around is Wink of Stella. And that's always really good for the butterflies, right? Just gives them a little sparkle. And even if I add some embellishments, I would make sure it's sort of subtle because I really want the focus on the pretty paper here, right? And I don't know how fast that dries. I know the ink dries fast, but I'm not sure about Wink of Stella. Okay, and then if you even wanted more, then you could do the technique we did before where we just took it and flicked color over it by using our scissors to make that happen. Now I have done that on here. I would tell you it's really nicer if you got a piece of paper under here, because if I go into it right now, then I'm going to have to clean up. Let's see if I got back to something I can use. So I really like doing this. It's something new, right? And it just makes everything look like it's got pixie dust all over it. And all I'm going to do is do this against my scissors here. And I got to make sure there's, so you do have to make sure there's enough liquid in here. There's some liquid in here, right? Because there's no liquid in here, you can do this all day long and nothing will happen. And I just did like this. We laughed because we teased about how it reminded us of a movie. If you ever saw The Parent Trap where the kids were hitting sticks together. Oop, ah. Now, see what I just did? Did you see what I just did? I definitely got some extra there. Now I got more than, so that's, I'll take this guy right here. Let it absorb that as much as it can. That is one thing you do have to be careful of. Now, I didn't see it come out that fast. Otherwise, I'm just going to have some nice thing right there that's going to be glitter, right? So we'll have to think on that one. That was definitely an opportunity for creativity, right? But if you can see, so look at all the sparkle around here. So you just have to sort of be careful. I don't even know if I can scrape that off. Wow. That dried pretty quick. See how quick that dried? It's not so dry there. The sparkle still comes off, but it's dry otherwise. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll figure out what we want to do with that, right? So I hope you enjoyed that, right? It's just that easy to create an alternative and to sit there and make some beautiful butterflies to go with it. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about, can we keep it simple, stepping it up. Today's about Teach Me Nana. I know I did that banner wrong, but that's okay. Let's see what we got here. So at least you can see that there, right? So it's that easy. It's just that easy to go and create a card, right? Make a difference in someone's life. And in this particular case, it's in the kit. I added the cardstock. I definitely added the white because in the inside. I could have used the card base, right? But I want to save all my card base so that I can use it just like I would DSP. And I just incorporated the pool party cardstock that coordinates really nice with this kit. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I want to thank you for being with us here today, and I want to thank you also for following us on YouTube, Instagram, as well as here on Facebook. And we look forward to seeing you next week when we come up with another alternative for this month's paper pumpkin kit. See you soon. Bye.